to the Cardinals, another team that has their quarterback settled. But B-Mac, I'll start with you. How settled is it with Kyler Murray? Are you going to pay him now? Are you going to wait? Is he going to be frustrated? And how do you sort all this out with the specter of DeAndre Hopkins going to be sitting down for 6 games?
Well, right now, I think it's safe to say Kyler Murray, he's pretty settled, right? I think they might have made some promises to him to kind of put him in the mind frame of putting all Cardinal images back on his social media. But guys, if he's not paid by the start of the season, he's going to be disgruntled all over again. And that's the wrong time to have an unhappy quarterback right before the season starts. So that's one distraction. The second, you talked about DeAndre Hopkins. Listen, when he was not in the lineup last year, this team was not a good team. Offensively, they were a bit stagnant. They weren't efficient. It really hurt the development of Kyler Murray. So I expect to see some of the same concerns and same issues. Look at these numbers. I mean, with DeAndre Hopkins, they're a playoff caliber team. Without, they're a team that will be selected in the top 6, top 7 of the draft next year. So not having DeAndre Hopkins in the first 6 weeks is another issue, along with the distractions. And then finally, for me, Brady, when you look at the first 8 ball games, their schedule: Kansas City, at the Raiders, Rams, at Carolina, Philly, you at Seattle, divisional matchup, New Orleans, Minnesota. I mean, the first 8 ball games, the first 3, if they're not careful, they can start off 0-3. And if you start off 0-3, man, the snowball effect is going to roll all the way down the hill throughout the entire schedule. So me personally, I go under. I see maybe 7 wins for the Cardinals. I go 7.
I'm the exact opposite here. I've got 11 wins for this team. I think they could actually win the division. You know, you go back to last season and you look at the stats and the numbers that you'll see without DeAndre Hopkins, people fail to realize Kyler Murray missed a little bit of time. He was banged up. He wasn't 100% healthy either. So I think that played into taking away some of their offense. One of the biggest keys within their offense is him being able to take off and run, especially on pass plays. So I know you're concerned about this, B-Mac, but I'm a little more prophetic about this stuff. I am with you, though, at the start of their schedule. If they were to start off 0-3, tough to come back from. But let's be real about it. You're higher on the Raiders than I am. I'm not very high on the Raiders this season. I'm not very high on the Carolina Panthers. I think Philly got to the playoffs a year early. Then you've got Seattle, who is Kyler Murray not a better quarterback than what Seattle's going to roll out? They played them twice in that span. The biggest concern I have is the late bye, and then you've got another home game. Really, you're playing down in Mexico City, so it's not really a home game for you. You still got to travel. So that works against you. And the difficulty of schedule, let's take into account the records last year. We'll see what some of these teams look like this year. I've got a lot more optimism for them. The Cardinals have gotten better and better and better every season with Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury as head coach. It's a huge year. Forget about the off the field issue with his social media account and contract and all that. When it comes down to it, it's going to be about what this team does. And here's the reality. They've played their best football in the beginning of seasons. It's been the second half they have to worry about. Well, good thing for them, they get DeAndre Hopkins after the first 6 games. So if they do get off to a slow start, which hasn't been the nature of how they've played, they're going to have help coming. So as long as Kyler Murray stays healthy, I actually think they're in contention for this division. I've got them winning it right now.
I didn't see that. Ryan, did you see that coming from Brady? I didn't see that. The Cardinals winning the division.
I was waiting for you to answer. B-Mac, you look like you just watched your dog get run over. You didn't know what to do. And Brady was driving the car.
Yeah, I thought my dog was going to move and go ahead and hit the dog with a Euro step. Didn't happen. I hit the car with a Euro step. I mean, listen, historically speaking, Brady, you talked about the second half of the season. That has been their Achilles heel. But, man, if they start off slow, we don't know what the second half may look like, me personally. So I don't know. I think this is a team I have concerns regarding coaching on both sides of the football. The personnel is not as intact as it's been in the last 2 years, especially a year ago. And having your best offensive weapon, skilled player not in the line the first 6 weeks, that's a tough way to start the season off. So me personally, I mean, forget winning the division. I don't see this team making the playoffs at all. I don't know how. It could happen.
Don't forget
just based on
they've got Hollywood Brown, too. Let's not forget that. He's going to play an impact along with A.J. Green, Rondale Moore, the rest of the targets. Zach Ertz's back. They got Trey McBride. I'm telling you, this will be a better football team than people want to give them credit.
So in Brady's defense, the team did win 11 games last year. I think they're probably better on paper this year. But BMAC, I'm leaning with you. I think they're a 7-win team just because I don't trust Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury. We'll find out. They had 9 wins.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.